Talk to us a little bit about what happened that made you take that decision that now you're sober and the path that you're now taking.
Sure. So, in the middle of the pandemic, I think it was so distraught to my world because I used to think like my business was everything. I put my business on the altar before anything else, before my family, God, myself. It was always my business, right? I thought it was like everything. So when I lost it, when they shut us down in March and said you can't work, I really lost myself because that was my identity. I put my identity in my business. So when you lose it, it's like, oh, who am I? Like, what am I going to do? I'm going to be broke. So I kind of lost my mind and I just started drinking. And I was so depressed and miserable and sad that I started drinking a lot. And then we couldn't go anywhere, so I was drinking at home. So it was a little dangerous to just be drinking so much at home by yourself. Like, that's a very scary place to be alone, broke, not sure if you're going to get your business back, losing money by the day. And it was just a horrible place. So for me, drinking was like, well, the only way I could escape my reality because the reality was very, I mean, it wasn't a reality I wanted to accept. So I would drink to escape. And then I just started drinking too much to the point where I knew in my heart that this was wrong and that something had to change. And I would feel very depressed and hungover. And then I would call my mom and I said, I think I need help. Like, I need help. But, because I had never been that much out of control in public or anything, people thought, oh, everyone's drinking in the pandemic. You know how everybody was like making memes and it was like a joke of having cocktails in the morning. Well, it wasn't a joke for me. It was like for real. You know what I mean? Like, I know everybody was like making it into not a big deal, but for me it was very serious. And so I started talking to my life coach a lot, which I've been with her for 3 years prior to that. As soon as I got separated, that's when I hired my life coach. And so what ended up happening we talked that maybe I was drinking too much. And, she just kind of she basically told me like, why are you choosing this? Like, you're doing this to yourself, basically. She's like, you're really just choosing to throw your life away rather than do something about it. Why don't you do something about this? Like, okay, your business is going down, do something about it. And so I decided to stop drinking first there, and I made it for 40 days. And then I ended up drinking again. I kind of had a little relapse. But for those 40 days, my life changed. I saw a little glimpse of what my life could be sober. So for 40 days, I was working out with Lizzie and Shane. I was losing weight. I was happy. I was creative. I was writing, journaling, like doing activities, coming up with ideas. And during that time, that's when I started doing the lives. I started changing things. And so I just saw a difference. And so after that, I went back to drinking again after the 40 days. And then my life went to hell again. And then I started opening up Maximus. So in between opening up Maximus, I was down this rabbit hole. And I kind of figured, okay, the sobriety obviously worked for me. So now how do I take it seriously and do something about it? And so one of my clients recommended me to a psychologist. And she told me, I think you should go to AA. And I hadn't been to AA before because I always knew this was a little bit of a problem. I was in denial, but I kind of knew, when you know that you have a problem. And so I went back to AA and I haven't left since, and now it's 5 months later.
Very happy. You can tell, of course, with everything that you're sharing. I wish we had time so we can continue with this subject, but that's fine. I'll respect the time.
10 more minutes.
There you go. How long did it take you to, again, and it's really, as you're telling me this, it's really cool how you're saying that the same mindset that has helped you get where you're at, meaning that you realizing that you have a problem, you used it also to help you get out of the problem, right? Because a lot of times, like, yeah, I'm very disciplined to go to gym or this and that, but when I have something personal, oh wait, like, ya me hago tonto, and it sounds like, wait, like the same things that I have done for my business, for myself, that's how you used to manage this problem. So that's just amazing, by the way. But my question was, how long did it take you, ya que to, like, for sure, I realized I have a problem. How long did it take you?
Oh, I've always known I've had a problem.
All right.
Yeah, because you get, when it's like when you do something wrong and you get that gut feeling like, oh, like I don't feel good about this. I've had that feeling for 3 years.
Do you mind giving us a little bit of details? What does that mean? Because all of us has had a bad night that maybe we talked BS to someone. Maybe, hopefully not driving, of course, but what if you can share, if you feel comfortable, what does it mean to out of control? Because there's one thing for me or drink.
Blackouts.
There you go.
Blackouts. You wake up and you don't remember how you got there.
Okay.
You don't check outside to see if your car is parked there. That's very scary. And that was like a weekly thing. Trying to put all the pieces back to the beginning. I mean, I'm very grateful that I'm sitting in this chair right now. I could have died. I've been in a car accident. I could have gotten a DWI. I could have killed someone. So blackouts that's serious. I think that if you're blacking out consistently for more than a year, then you probably have a problem. So I always knew I had it, but I kind of felt like, oh, well, I just got a divorce, so it's normal to party. Like, it's normal to go out. I'm young. I have a stressful life. I have this business, like monster business, and I need to go relax. And so I was just always making excuses to celebrate or to self-pity or friendships and social or loner in my house. Like, there was always a reason. I was always coming up with little reasons to drink. But yeah, it's the blackouts that really like kept me feeling like in a sense of fear, in a sense of like embarrassment, shame, guilt. That feeling is, yeah, I'm glad it's gone.
So thankful you're sharing this, because I'm sure it's gonna help at least one person. Thank you so much for sharing that. If